Alright, I have a good chunk of deck profiles that we're going to be covering on this channel, well, really for the rest of what has been, I guess, sent into my inbox, covering new random format, walkthroughs and things, so we'll try my best to cover through these and kind of see where the format's going. Just a lot of encompassing good ideas here, actually. So I had this one, I believe this is for a new format. This is from James Thomas. He sent this in, I believe a couple weeks back, and I was intrigued with this. So let's kind of talk about Cyber Dragons right now. No material. While this card doesn't really have as much of an effect this format, still sticking out on an Orcus board doesn't feel bad, man. I don't know. I think there's a lot of potential in this card. A little bit more than I think people want to give it props for. So we have triple copies of Cyber Dragon, triple copies of Cyber Dragon Core, triple copies of Cyber Dragon Hearse, triple copies of Naxter, of course, triple copies of Galaxy Soldier, and triple copies of the Gnome material, along with 2 copies of Ash Blossom, and 1 Jizukuru the Destroying Star Kaiju. Honestly, not a lot has changed in this deck. A lot of your build-up and the basic foundation of what already exists to be this hasn't really changed. I think a lot of people want to, I don't know, I think a lot of people get angsty when they look at this deck and they're like, oh, I need to change this, or oh no, this needs to be changed. No, calm down. You don't need to start trying to mess around with the fundamentals of Cyber Dragons. The deck still is going to do what the deck wants to do, and it's aimed to OTK the opponent. Still playing triple copies of Machine Dupe, still one of the best cards this deck has to offer. Being able to just beam out 2 Cyber Dragons because your little guy counts as Cyber Dragon. Great synergy, by the way. Triple copies of Cyber Emergency, adding a Cyber Dragon or Light Machine from your deck to your hand. Good value time. 2 copies of Overlook, being able to just storm through a rampage and get free game on your opponent for no real reason. Yeah. We have 1 copy of Cyber Repair Plant, Generic Searcher, 1 copy of Cyber Rev System, Generic Extender protecting the guy it brings out, 1 copy of Cyber Load Fusion, Generic OTK Fodder. I think a lot of people kind of underestimate this card, being able to slam into a twin or something else for no real reason. Yeah. 1 copy of Foolish Burrow, 1 copy of Monster Reborn. And of course, one thing that this deck is trying to do, we're trying to be a going second deck at this point. We want to be able to blow through the opponent's general setup and establish a field. So, by doing this, Evenly Matched allows us to kind of counter a good chunk of the metagame right now. Hee. And we have triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. Now, down here in the extract, we have 1 Starving Venom Dragon, 1 copy of Violet Chimera, of course, 1 Fortress Dragon, 2 copies of Mega Fleet, 2 copies of Rampage, 1 copy of Cyber Twin Dragon, 2 copies of Infinity, 2 copies of Nova, 1 Link Karibo, 1 Cleafor Genius, and 1 copy of the Cyber Dragon Seeger. Side deck, we have 2 Prankatops, triple Lancia, triple copies of Inspector Border, 2 Super Poly, 2 Twin Twister, 1 Cyber Kinetic Overflow, and 2 copies of Red Reboot, wrapping this up. Like I said, this deck definitely makes me want to go second. It's always been that way, guys. And I think a lot of people are underestimating Evenly Matched this format. Getting a free cleanup on aisle 9 for literally your opponent playing the game is ridiculous. And as I've said in a couple of videos, I do think that this card is going to see a little bit more broken play this format than it really deserves to see at the moment. So going forward, yeah, expect broken things to come out of this just because going second decks exist right now. Now, that being said, we have a Sky Striker Invoked list coming out of locals this weekend. Now, this is, I believe that this is Alexander Avi's list or Juan Presa's. I believe it's one of those two. But anyway, alas, this is more of a Sky Striker based deck playing Alistairs with super polys built into the main deck, baby. Talk about punishing the opponent for just trying to play the game. Once again, Alistair plus whatever elements that you think you're going to see, hee hee ha ha, free value. So, triple copies of Sky Striker Array, being able to make the Kagari, the Hayate, while trying to play the standard engine that your deck generates, Yeah, and you see here a lot of the fundamentals that this deck has going for it. While it's still basically a Sky Striker deck, you get more oomph from the Alistair engine. Speaking of Alistair, triple copies of him. One thing that this does is it edges out some of your weaker matchups. It allows you to play a secondary engine in the game, and, I mean, who doesn't like just having random OTKs come out of nowhere? Because you can. Triple copies of Ash Blossom. 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, pretty standard. 2 copies of Prinkatop's Daddy. Triple copies of Sky Striker Engage. 1 Afterburners, 1 Hornedrones, 1 Widow or multi-roll. Triple Widow, 1 Hercules Base, 1 Eagle Booster, 1 Jamming Waves, 1 Shark Cannon, 2 copies of Invocation, 1 Meltdown, triple Called by the Grave, triple Super Poly, 1 Foolish Burial Goods, 1 Upstart Goblin, 1 Rhoda, 1 Metal Foes Fusion, and 1 copy of Terraforming. Now, down here in the extra deck, 1 copy of Digosto Emerald, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Starving Venom, 1 Purgatrio, 1 Caligula, of course, 2 Makaba, 1 Avermax, 1 Invoker the Madness, 2 copies of Shizuku, 1 Kagari, 1 Kaina, 2 Hayate. Side deck here, 1 Prankatops, 1 Ghost Ogre, triple Droll and Lockbird. This is interesting. The way that the format's going right now, this card could actually be really good in the format. And I don't know how good it's actually going to be. I say that like kind of loosely because being able to stop an opponent from getting off a key search is very good. But it's, I mean, we're just stopping multiple Sarujas, right? That's honestly what it's here for. And then, of course, triple copies of MST, triple copies of Going Second, 2 copies of Red Reboot, and then 1 Darkest Apolia, 1 Violet Chimera. He boards these in for the matchups that they're appropriate. You don't have room in this extra deck. I mean, the only thing I guess you could argue for is Emerald, but it looks like Emerald was getting some decent value, being able to shuffle back 3 things and get free value out of this. Look, sticking an 1800 that is a win isn't terrible. No real synergy, but I mean, hey, you get access to it. Now, last list here. This is a Dragon Link list that I had sent in to me via inbox. Going forward with future sets, there's a lot of things to consider with Dragon at the moment. And I think you have a lot of different venues and things to kind of test the waters with. So that being said, though, I think this is going to be an excellent chance to kind of test these waters, kind of see where the format's going. Also, I mean, hee hee ha ha, prize card. So, we have triple copies of Ash Blossom in Joyous Spring, 1 copy of the Black Dragon Clap Serpent, 1 Carmageddon, being able to set up this guy is pretty good, 1 copy of Lavenir for the Fresh Hand Rip, 1 copy of Chaos Emperor, the Dragon of Armageddon, 1 Destrudo, triple copies of Ghost Ogre, of course, 2 copies of the Magna Rokket, 1 Brotar, god, this card's so good, 1 Red Eyes Flare Darkness Metal Dragon, 1 Rocket Synchron, triple Oviraptor, 1 copy of the Storm Dragon, 2 copies of the Tenye Adahara, being able to beam this guy out and also have it be a tuner to start your combo. Literally this plus level 4. Go! 1 copy of Wyvern Buster, 1 Guard Dragon, and 1 copy of the Flamvell Guard. Also play the 1 copy of the Boot Sector launch, triple Called by the Grave, 2 Dragon Ravine, 2 copies of Dragon Shrine, 1 Foolish Braille, triple copies of Fossil Dig, 1 Monster Reborn, triple Quick Launch, 2 copies of the World Legacy Guard Dragon, because slamming this on the table and starting your combo is nuts. Then we have the 1 copy of the Red Reboot, being able to not know what your metagame is. You walk into an Altergeist matchup, you're like, oh, don't mind me. Extra deck here. 1 Triple Burst Dragon, 1 Saruja, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres, 1 Pisty, 1 Elpie, 1 Agripane, 1 Romulus, 1 Boral Sword Dragon, 1 Just Beat It, 1 copy of Hope Harbinger, 1 copy of Yazi, 1 Ib, 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and 1 Borreload Savage Dragon for those negates. Side deck here, 2 copies of Artifact Lancia, triple copies of Prankatops, 1 Mermere, triple Gamma, and 1 copy of Psyframe Driver, triple copies of Twin Twisters, and 2 copies of Red Reboot, wrapping this up. Now, understand that Dragon Combo is going to continue to evolve over the next few releases here. This deck has a lot of cool potential coming with it. Rocket Structure deck right around the corner, by the way. So, expect a lot cooler things to come out of this deck. I mean, this is just pre-game in the new set, and oh man, I do think that there's a lot of cool things to come in the future here. You know, it's kind of the same stuff, different day, but you know, hey, we're spicing it up a little bit. You know, I actually didn't expect a lot of changes here, but we're getting it, and that's what we like to see. Guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about these decks, and I look forward to seeing success from everybody in the new format. All right, guys, I'm out. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil 40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.